lovely little audience. And I'm kind of feeling in a tough spot right now. It's hard to follow up after the US Signal presentation and when, everyone is outside waiting for the bottles to be opened. Okay, so I'm just going to talk about CloudStack in this whole new era of AI clouds, right? Before that, quick bit about myself. I had the product, I had the cloud platform at Yota. Before that, I was the chief product officer at Apiculus. So last time when I was here presenting 2 years ago, I was wearing the Apiculus t-shirt, and this time I'm wearing the Yota t-shirt. I'm an industrial designer, pretty much non-techie. So after this presentation, please don't ask me technical questions. Whatever I do outside of work is there. You can just scan this in case you want to follow me on LinkedIn, Connect, and everything, right? So moving on to AI cloud. So what is happening is, I think we're all aware of this. Everyone wants AI, right? Many people probably don't even know what they're going to do with AI, but everyone and their neighbor basically wants AI. They want the AI stamp for whatever reasons, right? Now, from a high level, what's actually happening is that big tech is back at it, right? So with cloud, they saw that there was a moat that they had created. Then open source came in, people moved there, repatriation, everything. But now with this, there is a new gold rush, and the likes of NVIDIA, Microsoft, Intel, AMD, everyone is jumping at it and trying to create their own newer moats, I would say. Right? From the cloud provider side, built for AI is the new mantra. Everyone wants to position their services as AI optimized, AI friendly, AI first. And that's happening across all providers. You name it, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, everyone is doing that, right? Simultaneously, there is also a big push from governments. Like Indian government is really pushing big on AI, creating their own programs where they're trying to attract startups, researchers, entrepreneurs, even government institutions, right? And they want a big push towards artificial intelligence, right? And amidst all of this, data sovereignty has the need for data sovereignty has increased manifold, right? Because everywhere we're going to be dealing with tons and tons of data. So protecting that data, being independent when it comes to data, that's the need of the hour, right? So in essence, this whole new era of AI clouds is not just about AI, right? And how I personally see this is it's just hybrid infrastructure in a redefined manner, right? So we had public and private, we had enterprise and agile, so to say, but now just certain new elements have been added, right? John yesterday spoke about how cloud native and AI are driving this whole wave of infrastructure. Self-service itself is kind of going through a new paradigm, right? It's no longer about DevOps. It's all about just getting everything at the push of a button. And everything needs to be high performance, everything needs to be agile, and everything needs to be really fast, right? So the big question now, the button is not working. Why is that so? Yeah. So what does all of this have to do with CloudStack, right? So if I digress a bit and go slightly philosophical, whenever we talk about a product, right, a product like something tangible that is solving a problem, could be software, could be a hard product, and whenever we place a product inside an ecosystem, right, there is always a community behind that, right? It could be users, it could be customers, it could be buyers, it could be partners, sellers, anything, right? But together, they form something called values, right? It's like the core set of beliefs that any ecosystem is built towards, right? Now, extending the same paradigm to CloudStack, right? We have a product that really very easily wins over the other stacks. We have countless stories. We have seen so many examples of CloudStack being more easy, easier to manage, easier to set up, really scalable, and it's a product that is opening up even more. If you have to go by the last 2 days of talks, there's so many nice features, so many interesting features that are coming up, and the product is really going to get a boost, right? We have a community of users and contributors who really love the product, right? And that's been one of the driving factors behind CloudStack. Yesterday, Giles mentioned that the number of downloads of the CloudStack package between 2023 and 24 kind of shot up by 50%, right? This time, we are at a stage where we have more believers and more backers. I was hearing someone talk, I think on Wednesday, that we have more diamond sponsors this year for CloudStack Collab than any time before, right? So that's always a very encouraging sign. And we have great CloudStack stories coming up, right? We have adopted CloudStack at Yota. US Signal gave some really interesting stories. There's so many other stories about CloudStack that are coming up, and that's actually forming and shaping the community as we go forward. Right? And last but not the least, the values that CloudStack brings. We don't need the word open in our name to show that we are open source and truly open source. Right? CloudStack is a transparent, honest, and user-focused product. And for us, one of the key factors of where CloudStack has scored for us is that it's extremely CSP-friendly. Before Yota, in Apiculus, we were selling to CSPs, and the ease with which a CSP can set up a cloud using CloudStack and then scale their operations is far, far better than any other stack that we had evaluated. Right? So using this model, we certainly believe that CloudStack, the whole ecosystem, can become flag bearers for this whole new era of AI clouds and for open technology development. Right? And for this, we I would say, just a sec. I want to present something called the CloudStack ecosystem flag bearer model, right? So there's a traditional cloud stack that we have, right? We have the network tying everything together. We have the storage hardware, the compute hardware. We're using CloudStack on top of multiple hypervisors. We're using so many other services. And on top of it sits the Yota Cloud platform. Right? And from the ecosystem, you can identify these logos, friendly people. Apiculus, we brought that within Yota. There is, of course, CloudStack. There is Cloudian, who's now a part of the CloudStack community. There's Netris, the star of CCC 2024. The store pool, which we are using for storage. This has been this has been our standard stack. Of course, Netris is new in this, but this is our standard traditional, I would say, CPU cloud stack, right? Now, right next to it, there is another stack that is being set up, right? That is already live. So this is the AI stack, right? Shakti Cloud is the name of our AI cloud, and it talks to a various number of systems, primarily built around NVIDIA. Now, we want to extend the capabilities of the CloudStack ecosystem and try to connect with the AI ecosystem. Right? And that's where our engineering effort and our R&D effort is going to go primarily in the coming few months and years. Right? So we are trying to imagine a scenario where Netris is unifying the network at both levels, where Cloudian, we're already integrated with Cloudian on our cloud. It can become a storage layer or an additional storage layer. CloudStack, whether it's by treating bare metal or GPUs as a first-class citizen or by enhancing the Kubernetes service, so many features that are coming up. Maybe it can just talk to the Kubernetes, the NVIDIA stack itself. And at the top, Apiculus kind of unites everything, unifies everything into a single user experience. This is our vision. This is where significant amount of as Yota, our engineering capabilities and our engineering effort is going to go in. And what we want to offer to the community in return is, we have ready use cases, right? We are a hyperscale provider within India, and India is a large market. Everyone is aware of that. We are building sovereign clouds. We are building government clouds. And we are now also we also have our own AI cloud, which is, by the way, powered by 20,000 GPUs, right? We have a ready market where CSPs and governments are already in line to be using these cloud services. And we also have a worldwide interest in what we are offering. Right? And most importantly, we have a ready platform. With Apiculus, with Indicus, we bring our customers who are distributed globally in Africa, Middle East, Eastern Europe. So this is a stack that has already been deployed. Right? So what we are trying to offer is that anyone in the community who wants to create a solution or even build a small plugin that can go and benefit this, we are happy to offer some sort of a test platform, a test bed, where you can validate your use cases, you can validate your technology, and address the market that is called India. Right? To keep it short and to kind of circle back on what Sunil started yesterday in his talk, we want to power an infrastructure revolution from India, for India, and for the world. Yeah. Thank you.